You know, that made an impression upon me as a 12-year-old as we worked our way out of that. So to go from that scenario, when we just had lost everything, to now being the governor of the state, is just, it's amazing. But we got through it because we cut back on our spending, we cut our budgets, we reduced our spending, and we went out and found new sources of revenue. You know, as simple as $1 a day was what I was earning from in my dog sitting business when the tourists would go out on a boat and didn't want to leave their dog in a car, and they'd pay me $1 to take care of the dog. So I had 6 or 8 dogs always going around trying to keep them from killing each other. But anyway, I think the biggest takeaway is yes, we have a significant challenge with the biggest deficit we've ever had. But the really good news, the exciting news, is that every tool we need to fix it is available to us internally. We don't have to go out and get something from the federal government, permission from this or that. All the tools are on the table for us to use if we just pick them up and use them. And that's really the exciting and the real positive message is that it's not that it's not fixable, it is absolutely fixable, but we have to be willing to fix it. Well, we want to make the permanent fund permanent because if we make no change whatsoever, the permanent fund goes to 0 in 4 years. So we want to make sure that doesn't happen. We also want to make sure that there's a good educational system, there's a good public safety system. You know, we have a good transportation system, so that we have the Alaska that we want. That we've gotten to know over the years, but we have to make some adjustments to make sure that it may not be exactly what it was in the past, but it will be sustainable going on for the next 50 years. And I think of my 4 grandkids, and I think about what life they're going to have in Alaska if we don't fix this now. You know, we've made substantial cuts already. You know, this last year, $1 billion. That's a big cut. And here's my concern: is as we search for additional cuts, we're sort of stepping over dollars to pick up pennies, because the really big, changes are going to come from, changing how our earnings are spent, how we fund government, very different than cutting. So, it's my concern is that valuable time goes by. If it takes a year to find another $100 million or $200 million in cuts, we'll have spent $3.5 billion while we're looking at that. So that's my biggest concern. We need to prioritize what we do and make sure we work, we work smart and spend the 90 days wisely in making sure that what we do is the most meaningful that we can do in that period of time.